we could see a dozen, you know. So, and if we are to see them, most likely it's going to be in this little section here. So as we're floating along and going along, I'm going to be announcing as we get to different sections of the river. So you guys will hear me shout out, hey guys, we're coming up to Garfish Hole. Hey guys, we're coming up to the cavern. Hey guys, there's sand boils here. So I'm going to be kind of announcing it as we're going along. We are going to be seeing a lot of wildlife on this river today, guys. All up and down this river. You guys should be able to see all sorts of turtles, all sorts of fish, lots of birds. Hey guys.
People.
If you guys are going along and you've been in the water for more than 5 minutes and you haven't seen a single thing, that just means you guys are probably sleeping and have your eyes closed because they're out there. Fish types that we're going to be able to see today, guys, we have a lot of bass in this river. We have those garfish that we just talked about. We have we have some bowfin that like to hang out and hide out in the grass too, so watch for those. And lots of brim and sunfish too. So there's a vast variety of fish in this river system.
What did they put fours on them?
Turtles, guys. We got several species of turtles too. There is a huge soft-shell turtle that likes to hang out right up in here in this grassy section. We have the Florida cooter, which you'll be able to tell because it'll have kind of yellow on its side and red up on its cheeks. And then we also have the loggerhead musk turtle, which is negatively buoyant, believe it or not. So the loggerhead musk, its head is too large for its shell, so it can't retract its head into its shell, so it looks kind of goofy. And it's negatively buoyant, so most likely you'll see it scurrying along the bottom. A lot of times these ones will hide out in the grassy sections. This area that we are in right now, right off to our right, this is known as Deep Hole. This is the deepest section of the river. So right here is 24 feet at its maximum depth. So as you can tell, it's not a very deep river at all. But once we get up here, I'll announce it again. Hey guys, this is Deep Hole. See if anybody can touch the bottom. If you're good at free dive down. See if you can touch the bottom. There's lots of sand whales at the bottom of this one too. So awesome place to find fossils. When we get ready to leave here, I'm going to take you all the snorkelers up behind this little tree overhang. A lot of fish like to hang out up behind there. And then when we come out this other side, there is a big chimney vent right over here, which is just another type of spring. It's just a big old hole that goes straight down into the ground. Call it the chimney vent. It's going to be right over there, so we'll all get to check that out. Kind of free dive down, poke your head down into it. You can definitely tell water temperature change as the water's flowing out of there. So if you guys decide to free dive down on Rainbow River, just make sure that you guys remember to equalize your ears. If no one's familiar with equalizing your ears, when you guys dive down, just plug your nose over your mask and gently exhale through your nose. That's going to pop your ears and relieve all that pressure and pain that you're feeling. And then it'll allow you to keep going down without injuring your eardrums. So if you guys free dive down, make sure to do that. I don't want anybody getting hurt today.
Free diving down no hole with a wetsuit and no weight.
Didn't bring any lead weights.
No, it ain't going off the surface with a wetsuit and no weight.
That'd take you down. You could be like that turtle. You can walk across the bottom.
Yeah, I need a lot of weights. I discovered fat floats.
I had an aluminum tank. That sucker, when I ran out of air, it was buoyant.
Oh yeah, it was. But when I first started scuba diving, I had a certain amount of
So
weights,
when we
you know,
get back
enough.
on the boat for
Neutrally
all my
buoyant.
snorkelers, if anybody rented
And then I
any
didn't
gear
dive
from the
for a
shop,
year or
whether
so, I
it be
gained
mask,
weight, and I'm
snorkel, or
like,
wetsuit, you guys are going to be leaving it on
You
the
didn't
boat
have a
today,
buoyancy
and I'll be taking
compensator?
it back to the shop for
I
you. So when you climb back up on the ladder, number one, make sure to get back on the right boat because we're going to
Let
have the
more
two
air out
boats
of
tied
it.
together. So make sure you end up on the right boat. Sean will be kind of telling you. He'll be like, this one's Mariah's boat, this is my boat. Make sure you get on Mariah's boat. When you guys climb back on board, all of the fins that you guys rented from us, if you could just tuck them under the bench right up there where, what was your name? Jimmy, right where Jimmy's sitting. All the fins are going to go right under his feet on the bench. On the other side, what's your name?
Jimmy.
Your name's Jimmy too? All right. Well, underneath both Jimmys, we are going to have fins on one side, masks tucked up on the other side, so that way they're nice and organized. And then any wetsuits that were rented are just going to be taken off, folded completely inside out, since that's how we wash them, and just piled in a big pile right here. Okay? So that's when we get out of the water. Alright, so once we get in the water, the very, very first major thing that we're going to see is right up here. You guys can kind of look, if you look at the water almost directly in front of us and off to our left, you can see that it's kind of churning a little bit. This here is known as skydive vent. So this is a huge, huge spring system right here that's feeding into this river. This vent is pumping out enough fresh water to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool in 3 to 4 hours. That much water is coming out of this little hole in the ground right here. So you can imagine we call it skydive vent because of that force of the water. It's really, really fun if you guys are good at free diving to free dive down and try to cover that hole with your body.
How deep is it?
This one's sitting at about 12 feet of water, I think.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, not very deep. So if you're going to free dive down there, try to cover that hole with your body, and then the force of that water that's pumping out of there is going to give you an awesome little free ride up to the surface. We call it doing the backward skydive vent. It's pretty fun. Everyone can take a turn at doing that if you want.
Also going to be a little colder too.
Yeah. I hope you all a little temperature change for sure.
Me too.
Yeah, it is, but I was so scared I didn't notice. I was so scared.
What happened was there's a little rain
No, but. Watch the grandkids.
He's playing.
It's like, who's killing them? It's cool like that. It takes a couple of squeals to get used to that shit. Bad flashbacks. You gotta desensitize to it.
So for everybody who is staying on the boat, for my boat riders, you can see over the edge how clear this water is. So as we're floating along and you're going downriver, just make sure you guys are looking around. You can see turtles from the surface. You can see all these fish that I've been talking about. You guys got a really good view of here. So make sure you're taking advantage of that too.
Did you want to go in? Do you have a mask?
It'll take a bunch of pictures.
Grab my mask on my bag. It's a black bag.
All right. You don't use the viewfinder on the thing on the back? Oh, now it's clicking. All right. Ready?
Geronimo!
Jim.
I'm holding up. I need a shoehorn.
Close up. Here we go.
The sand is fine.
I think we're the last ones anyway, aren't we?
No, we got more coming in now.
Okay, we got it.
You're just gonna rinse that defog out, sir, before you put it on your face. It won't bring it out.
Oh, Jim. I can't get
Is there anybody else?
put in there.
If there's one here that wants to go in the water?
That's a nice view.
Okay, what do you guys see in the water now? What's going on?
Just kind of drift down with the boat. Is that it?
Fish are gone by now.
You're supposed to just kind of drift down behind you guys?
Go, Pat!